Hey all. Yeah. So, before pretty much every race, except for road courses, because I love road courses, but I can't stand them on this game for various reasons. If you race the game, you pretty much probably know. If you ever watched any one of my broadcasts, you can figure it out. Um, we're at Talladega. We're going there tomorrow night in our league, Mystic Racing League, MRL. And people usually ask me for a setup. Setup for Daytona or Talladega. My base setup pretty much has not changed since Heat 3. I made it a little bit more drivable and changed the gearing on it, for gas mileage and so on and so forth. But I figure, I'll just put it up. So I'll just send people to my YouTube because, yeah. Okay, so here we are. You got high front weight, keep the nose down. You got stiff front springs, so it doesn't hit the ground, so the splitter doesn't hit. You got a decently small front sway bar. It's kind of middling, really. You got your rear end jacked up in a wedge, so it's a little bit more aerodynamic. Tire pressure is bumped up all the way. Now, I've used different gears against the career guys, but learned a little bit from some of my faster friends. And so we're going to go with a 280 gear to update it, over the 291 we used to use. And those are pretty good gears. You can adjust first and second and third, for restarts and stuff, but I think it'll be pretty good. So 100% one stage is 25 laps, so we're going to do a 25% race at times too, because that's what my league is in. And we'll start from the back. It's not a qualifying setup, but I don't really make qualifying setups. You can loosen it up for qualifying. The faster you get through the turns, the more speed you maintain, the faster your lap is going to be once you're up to speed. So here I am, 29th place, starting out. And yeah, short shifting a little bit. Because I got nowhere to go. And it's not a 3-gear setup, it's a 4-gear setup. Again, simplifying things. You can make a, a gas gear type setup, 3-gear. But you don't really need it. You just let off the gas. Now this is a short race. Everybody's got to make a pit stop unless there's a caution. In these super speedway races, these super speedway races, you tend to get a caution around the pit stop, green flag pit stop, because the AI guys don't know how to merge without wrecking sometimes. Yeah. But other than that, we should not have a caution unless I cause it, and I don't plan on causing any. Just AI guys. So you gotta wait a couple laps to get up to speed. Now they're 3 wide. I can dive under here, but that's not gonna end up good. They'll just knock me onto the yellow line in the turns. So you can go 3 wide with the AI, but you can't go 4 wide in a turn. On a straightaway, yeah, you can. But in a turn, you can't. So I'm kind of boxed in here, which doesn't usually happen. But then again, if I had $1 for every time something happened on Heat that I didn't expect, I might be 4 wide. No, they cleared it. Good. Because I'm gonna move forward. Only up to 20 seconds. The second lap. Right? Third lap. So we had to get moving. Because we want to get to the front. There's my teammate up there. Not that it matters with AI. No, I don't use the drafting partner because if he gets on your ass, that's okay. But you know, you go push somebody and then he's in front, it's almost impossible to pass the guy. And that means, you know, pretty much almost a guaranteed second place. So I'd rather not. Now, if you listen to the engine, I don't listen to music when I race or anything. I listen to the engine because these games have stereoscopic sound, 3D sound, and basically what it means is you hear stuff that happens where it happens in relationship to your point of view. So you're looking straight out your windshield. So you get somebody behind, aside of you or behind you, the air changes and the way you hear it changes, and that can be important, especially in a draft track. The main thing is nothing really matters except for when somebody's next to you and you hear his engine change, or your engine. It kind of like sounds like it's straining a little bit. It hasn't happened yet. I'll tell you when it does. Because what that'll indicate is you're being side drafted. And that's important to know when you're being side drafted. So when you go to make a pass, like on the inside like this, and then all of a sudden you stall out, boom. Well, that's a side draft. And you hear it. Oh, I got it. Got no health, but I'm not gonna make it. The Talladega actually drives a little bit differently than Daytona. Gotta plan your moves a little bit. Maybe because the straightaways are a little bit longer. I don't know. It's just a little different, a little bit slower. You got 2.66 miles instead of 2.5 miles. Might not, and you know, might not seem that much, and pretty much all on the front stretch. It's a little wider. May have an effect on the air or not, I don't know. But for the most part, what is that? Like 6 laps to take the lead from, you know, starting in the back. That's pretty good. I'll go with it. I'm not used to truck times. I think most of us were working on cup times in V5 because the cup car is so much different than the truck and the Xfinity setup wise. Some people don't believe so, and I'll put it down to your individual, you know, copy of the game might actually be different. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that. I won't even go into it. We're just here at Talladega having fun, leading the race. And we got 16 laps to go, 8 laps of gas. So we got to pit within the next 8 laps. The AI will probably pit with 2 laps of gas to go. Within like 4 to 6 laps for them. I think they're using a heavier gear. Just move over a little bit, and they just back off. And then when he goes high like that, yeah, he's gonna fall back. He doesn't have to. I think that's when they go high like that after erasing you. I think it's to indicate that like their handling went away. But in Talladega, not that much of a factor. I mean, it is. I mean, you certainly can, use a setup that you just, it's terrible. It's happened before, but you have a decent setup. I mean, even though it's slow, the default setup with a different gear, like the 280 gear, is not a bad setup at all. And actually, you can win a race with that because it's drafting, especially at Talladega. You see, Daytona is a little different. Daytona is a little bit more handling. I like handling in both tracks, so that's why I have, I use the same setup for all three series at all three tracks, and it works. I mean, if you want to kill career mode in super speedways, yeah. Online it's a little different because the AI are fairly docile, especially if you're fast like this. So, they'll make a run on you and get organized like every 3 laps. And it'll intensify once you get under 10 laps to go, which I think we are. We're about to be. And they get a little bit more intense. They'll be going 3 wide in the back. Should be coming to pit road very soon. Talladega also, the apron is a little bit more forgiving than Daytona. Daytona, it acts like almost like the curb at Kentucky when it turns 1 and 2 there. So if you get on it, it'll kind of bounce you off. At Talladega, it's different. I actually, run with 2 wheels below the yellow line around the turns if I had to, but I don't because it is heat and it will slip you up, at any point in time, kind of thing. You see, I'm like right down on it, over it. Yeah, that was the inside, on the inside of the black asphalt into the yellow line. And if anybody is interested, the NASCAR rule at Daytona and Talladega, as far as what's considered passing below the yellow line, is two wheels below the yellow line. And on the straightaways, turns don't count. If you read they don't let you read the rule book, but they talked about it a few times at those controversial races a few months back. I forget the guy was disqualified. Yeah, it's in the turns, but they will let you get away with it on the straightaways. I know everybody makes a big deal because it's like, oh, you went below the yellow line and you passed me. Yeah. Well, like here in the tri-oval, it's not an advantage to go beneath the yellow line because you have opposite banking. It slows you down. So if somebody passed, if you're at full speed and somebody passed you below the yellow line, it's probably because you were slow, Not that you should do it. I'm just saying. Like on the backstretch here, you shouldn't do it. It's rule. On the straightaways. Because it's extra space. And yeah, the fast way around is on the inside on the yellow line. It's the line that I've been running. Kind of hard to not. So the AI are gonna fit next lap. Should fit with them, but I hate pitting them to lead with them. Well, they got a run on me. He shouldn't clear me. bad place to be, because I've been in this position, and when the AI decided to pit, yeah, they just fucking knock you 6 ways from Sunday. But I should pit here. Ah, I got the back of the flat flag. Oh, that sucks. Oh, last time I came down there, I hit the brake, and I don't know why they didn't pit. They always pit 2 laps ago. This is weird. They've been running Daytona too much. It's actually a little bit different at Talladega. I should take tires. Shit. Well, screwing this all up. Well, let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure they're going to take 4 tires. See, if I took no tires, I'd have about the same pit stop they do. Yeah, it's going to be a sucky race. But, hopefully you got the points in. Yeah. Those guys just came on pit road. I'm totally in the middle. In our league, we run the apron. So you get to turn 2 like real life NASCAR. And we might get a caution. These guys that just pitted behind me might run into the guys that have yet to pit. That might be an issue. So we're back to 32nd, and let's see if we can, get a decent finish out of this. The leader seems to be, hasn't pitted yet. That's interesting, but I'm all by myself, and that is horrible. Oh, there's a caution. Well, I don't have to pit. So I'm back on the lead lap, but I'm still 30 seconds. Game mechanics weren't so predictable. Terrible. I don't pass until you get to the start-finish line. Ooh. Caught him. My teammate. Yeah, no wreck. About 6 laps. Now we got 4 laps to go. Get a little creative here. Ooh. No, I don't like doing this. We don't have time. Got to go. Now see, if you practice, you can actually hold your line. I didn't get anywhere, did I? Yeah, what's working against me is it's under 5 laps. You shouldn't put yourself in this position. With 5 laps to go, they're going to race harder, so there's going to be less room, they're going to be less forgiving, they're going to hug the bottom more, and being able to advance will be like 3 times as hard than at the beginning of the race. I'm moving up. I'm on schedule to be there at about 6 to 7 laps, but I don't have 6 to 7 laps. Got 2. I might make it to the top 10, but I don't think I have a chance in hell. Unless there's a green light checker. I'll have to run. Last lap though. And I am not side drafting anybody. I am trying to pick up the draft of the trucks in front of me. I did that on purpose, but I was hoping the 34 would go a little wide, but that didn't happen. It's going to be interesting. Oh, so close. Third. Made it back to third. Oh, that's not bad. We'll do a recap. Well, actually, you know, it's good to make mistakes. You make mistakes once in a while. That's not a horrible thing, because if you learn from them, you never learn from them, and I don't know what to say about that. So lap 5, I'm up to 4th. 6th, 2nd. I made the pass down the backstretch, so 5.5 laps. Oh, I didn't keep it, that's right. He made me work for it. I had to make the pass on the front stretch. That was side drafting, by the way. Yeah, not knocking him back to, you know, not knocking him into the wall or anything. Just, you know, you can touch, but you got to know where the other guys are and such. So. See, that's a glitch. That should not happen. Well, the truck shouldn't get on the track so quick, you know. Okay. But you know, it's, you know, whatever. Or, you know, one way or the other, there's a, you know, it's an issue. But third, after messing up, so I think it's a pretty good setup. Give you a good view of it. For those of you who are too lazy to start the video over again. spent more time waiting for the game to load, re-entering setups that never saved, and generally cursing the glitches that should have been fixed, you know, a year ago. Really looking forward to the new game being better. There you go. Now, if you have trouble, and I'm on a wheel, of course, but if you're on a controller, one of the biggest things is wheel lock. You know, adjust your wheel lock to taste. I have my wheel lock up. I have my basically default wheel settings. I don't mess with the steering because it's fine for me. But I have the wheel lock high at Daytona and Talladega because you want to be able to have fine control. I do, you know. I want to be able to move it 2 inches or 3 inches. Because what happens if I lower the wheel lock, then I end up doing what's called chasing your steering. It's like, okay, it starts to go right and then you turn right, but it doesn't move right away because you have to turn the wheel more. And so you can end up getting, what they say, getting behind on your steering. And next thing you know, you're hitting the guy next to you, or you're on the apron, or so on and so forth. So, best thing I can tell you for driving at Daytona and Talladega is it's like driving on the highway in a lot of ways. You know, you want to be in a certain spot, in a certain lane, and for the most part, because you know, there's times when you're just running, when you're just, you know, running straight. The straighter you run, the smoother you run, the faster you'll go. Quicker you'll build up a run on the guy in front of you, and then you make your move. But when you make your move, you don't want to hit the wall, you know, kind of thing. So you've got to practice. Practice. Get on a race and do that auto really hard stuff. Yeah, I don't like the AI being so tight, you know, side by side when you start off, but you know, at least you'll practice. It's kind of, I guess, a little bit more realistic the way it is online. They don't give you anything online, so the harder you practice, the better you'll do live. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and see you soon.